as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
My generation, I know what a video is. I worked in a telex machine in my first job in England, and now we've come to the stage where we are doing everything with our mobile phones. But do we know much about them? Me, basically, very, very little, which is why I'm so delighted to welcome to the program Francisco, who's the CEO of Internalia. Now, this is a company that makes applications, which is something I'm still trying to get my head around. These little boxes that appear on our iPhones and Androids that do things. I'm very, very, as you can see, ignorant in this respect. So it's really nice, Francisco, to welcome you. Welcome to Marbella now.
Nice to meet you.
Francisco, how do you get involved, or how did you think of starting a company to do with apps?
We saw that many companies have a lot of people working outside of the office, have the common needs. So then, how you can use a smartphone to improve your productivity in your company? It's so easy for the people, the using of the smartphone, because everybody is using the smartphone. So Internalia Group developed application to improve the productivity for all those companies, to improve how the human resource is involved with the company, and how the company is improving the cloud data, all the information to be better.
But how, by using an app, do you control where your staff are and what they're doing? How does one know this?
Okay, you can do that with application as Working Day Suite. Working Day Suite is a suite of applications of Internalia Group who have several modules or small apps in this main suite. Tracker to get the road path, the travel, how many kilometers the people has traveled. Forms to report with the smartphone, taking, for example, a picture, a photo, filling fields, and any other information you need. Even you can highlight into a picture some damaged piece or damaged, or some, for example, for the construction or for the technical, some piece that the people have replaced or repaired, and send easily from the smartphone to the office. In the office you have a cloud panel where you can see everything, where the people was, how many kilometers they traveled, how many clients they got in the day or in the month, and everything to one click, in a one click.
It's really very impressive to see how far phones have come, because the phones that we're used to, I remember dialing. So we really have come a long way. Francisco, with your permission, I'm going to turn over now and we're going to chat, because the marketing team of Internalia is here, and we're going to talk about a fabulous event that's coming up on the 14th of November in the Exhibition Centre in Marbella, and it's all about this, how to use your phone in business. So let's go and chat with Gemma and Hassan. We're going to have a little chat, as I said, with the marketing aspect of Internalia, and particularly about this event coming up on the 14th of November. Gemma, thank you so much for joining us. What is the idea of the event on the 14th?
Well, Marbella Mobile Day is an event that focuses on in a formative way, we can transmit the importance of the digital transformation in companies. It's very important that companies bring to their day-by-day innovative solutions to give to the company an added value to grow up and to adapt to the new technologies advantages. So this is the main objective of this event. It's a formative event to give a wide view about all the elements that take into account the digital transformation, the mobile digital transformation in companies. So we'll speak about blockchain. We will speak about artificial intelligence and how the formative sessions are important to transmit the importance of the digital transformation and how it's important the cybersecurity, because it's important for all the communications in mobile, the cybersecurity. And after that, we are going to talk about smart apps for business and how these apps can make a company more competitive in the market, can give a company an added value, and can help the companies to be more productive and to be all the departments more organized.
I have to say that myself having a company, and because of my age, apps and things like this I find are completely over my head, and I use my phone mainly for taking photographs and making phone calls. But as you say, there is so much more to it, and if we want to keep up to date in the industry, that's important. You have Hassan with you, which is, you've come from the UK, Hassan, is that right?
Yes, I have.
You're also part of the marketing team.
Yes, I'm the marketing coordinator for Internalia Group.
How do you find talking to people like me that have come from such a different mentality that even the word app is still like trying to learn Spanish for you, perhaps? It's like, okay, I'll get it one day. Do you find it frustrating, or do you enjoy explaining to people about what is coming for us in the world?
For me personally, I like to explain to people, because apps are, when you first look at it, it seems very hard and complicated to understand, but with the Working Day Suite, our app and other mobile applications, they're very easy to use, and they make life so much simpler. It's instead of like having to do a lot of things, you just press one button and hey presto, everything you wanted, it's right there for you. It makes everyone's life easier, and I think when people understand how to use it, it will make everyday life much easier. It's much more simple.
There seems so many different applications. I mean, it makes sense, the name of the thing. There are so many uses. When Francisco was telling us about this app to follow your staff where you're going around, in the sense that sounds like a very good addition to any company, to have that control of what could be otherwise a complete mess, particularly in Spain, without wanting to be disrespectful.
I think what sets our app from every other app is the App Store now. For if you have an iPhone or an Android, they are like millions of apps for all different kind of things, and I think what makes us different is we cater our apps to other businesses, so it's a business to business app. So like Francisco mentioned earlier, one of our apps is called Working Day Suites, and what it does is it gives you 4 different platforms, which gives you 4 different type of connections with your employees. For example, like you said, the tracker, it's a GPS location, so you can see where your staff are at all times, and see if they have completed the work. When they've done the work and completed the task, they would, for example, using the forms, they will take a picture of the parcel, for example, or sign something and send it off to the office. And it's very quick. The information gets sent off to the office in real time, so it's very quick and very easy to use.
Well, if you do have even more than a couple of employees, it sounds like it's well worth the investment. Gemma, is this a big investment to have an app? Can you get a standard app from Internalia, or does every app cater to the individual company?
Well, it's very affordable for every kind of company, because this is a model of SaaS model, software as a service. So you pay monthly, a cheap monthly fee, and you are able to see all the information of your company. Just want to click in a platform, in a website platform, and every information is collected from the smartphone. Everybody are used to get the smartphone for everything nowadays. We have transformed our way to communicate in only the last 10 years are very in a hurry. We are just talking through smartphone, with WhatsApp, with social networks, and why we don't use these habits we have accustomed to another way in the business area. So it's very easy to get this habit in the day-by-day habit, a particular habit, to a business habit.
How are you finding the acceptance? I imagine the youngsters and the young companies are ready for this, but are you finding it easy to introduce this into the companies that most need it, the ones of us who may be a little bit old-fashioned?
Well, you will when we face to all companies or old-fashioned people, they are used to use the smartphone because they talk with their friends or with their family by WhatsApp, and they use simple apps in the smartphone, so everybody can use our apps because they are very easy to use. As you use WhatsApp, if you know how to use WhatsApp, you know how to use our apps. So it's very easy. It's very everybody are used to get the smartphone for everything in the day by day. So.
Well, it's funny because I'm just thinking I knew nothing, and just in a few minutes I've learned what an app is, how easy it to use, and the solutions. So I imagine by actually going to the event on the 14th of November, it will be a lot to learn, and it's explained very easily. And although the event's in Spanish, Hassan, we've appointed you as our English language spokesman, so you will be there to answer questions and to show us, because there are going to be demonstrations and things on the day.
Yes. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry, on the 14th of November, we have the Mobile Day event, or Mob Day for short.
Mob Day.
Mob Day for short. Hashtag Mob Day.
Hashtag Mob Day. Hashtag put it together.
Yes. Yeah, Mob Day 18. This is our third Mob Day event we've hosted in the last 3 years. And I will be there. I'll be the designated English speaker. So if anyone has any queries or questions, they can come to me, and I will answer any of their questions. And I think the whole point of this event is for business and people to come to the event and see how our society and the world we live in generally now is adapting and becoming more digitalized. Everything's more robotic, digitalized. Everyone has smartphones. For a lot of the millennials like me, we are stuck on our iPhones every day, just looking down.
Do you ever talk to anyone in person?
Me personally, I do, but a lot of my peers don't. But I think for the applications, the possibilities for the applications and the apps are endless. There's a lot you could do with apps now. Like anything, you could pay contactless now. You don't even have to have a cash or a card to even pay. So. I think as the world moves forward, I think people need to catch up and be able to see where we need to go to in the future.
I'm kind of to say that I'm a little bit reluctant in the sense of money doesn't buy you anything more. You're not even allowed to use it. It always has to be done through lines and this and the other. So it's becoming a very surreal world, a very online world, as opposed to a real.
Okay, when you think of it like that, it can be a bit daunting. Everything's you can't see your money anymore. Everything's hidden in banks and digital.
Is there any money? Is there any gold in those vaults?
No, but when you break it down and look at it very simply, it's just simple. You open an app, you click a button, and everything's done for you. It makes your life much more easier. I think of 10 years ago, I don't think you could do a lot of the things you can. So 10 years ago from now, the first iPhone came out, the first applications for WhatsApp and Twitter came out. 10 years ago, people would never see themselves talking through text. It was more call than text, but now everyone's using text and different apps.
Gemma, you mentioned before about cybersecurity. If a company like Facebook has such problems keeping our information safe, this could be a worry for businesses to put everything into online. I imagine that there are all the different privacy and things within your different apps.
Yes, it's a privacy platform. Each instance of this platform is protected by secure access. So all this data are protected. All this data is private.
It's really very interesting. So, 14th of November in the Exhibition Centre in Marbella, Francisco, Gemma and Hassan will be there to welcome us and to explain everything we need to know about apps. I know personally I need to be there because you just can't get away with it, I don't think, anymore, not knowing what's coming for our future, and very quickly, it would seem. Hassan, how are you enjoying being in Marbella or in Spain?
I'm enjoying it. Right now in the UK, I think it's raining or maybe very cold, but I have the beach, very sunny. I can't complain.
Well, in Marbella for the moment, and here to answer our questions, and then you're going to be taking this app over back to the UK and carrying on there. So you have major expansion plans?
Yes. Yes, this is our plan. Next year, he's going to go back to UK, to Birmingham, and from there, he's going to introduce our apps in the UK market. It's so hard. It's a very competitive market, but we think we could do that.
Well, when you've got something special,
Yes.
it works. Congratulations. We're really grateful for you to come and join us. Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you too,
Likewise.
Gemma. And lovely to have met the lovely CEO of the company. We will see you on the 14th of November, the Exhibition Centre for Mob Day 2018.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day.